Hello, everybody. Welcome to the home base status. I'm just kidding. All right, so we got some new news. I'm matching the background. Isn't that very fun? So this is honestly good news. I think this is all just positive stuff. It's not maybe the most exciting, but it's good things. So we got some fan favorite weapons returning, a new hero joining the game, Dire coming back, which is not something I thought I'd be saying soon, Raven coming back, who I thought you could get him from dungeons. Can you not? You know what? I don't care. Raven's coming back, Bloodfinder's coming back. Oh yeah. Let's bring it from the top. Let's start from the top and work down. I read this several times to tell you that it's basically saying a new member is joining, and that's Clip. We got the thick armory lady joining the game. I'm very excited about that. She is basically your new farming hero edition. I've already updated my farming loadout. Normally it would pop on screen, but I like these to be more casual, so I'll link it down below. But if you're looking to build a farming loadout, I think Archaeologist and Dino Southie are still going to be your main two heroes. You want one of those in support, one of them in the lead, and that's basically going to be the best way to farm efficiently, unless you're somebody who uses, you know, like the pickaxe thing. And that video is, those are all in the scope of that video, but Clip is definitely worth adding to your support. If you haven't read this and you're just listening to me talk, then let me, say what she's doing. Anti-material charge has a 33% chance to drop additional ingredients, and in the lead it's a 100% chance. Now, additional ingredients is very vague. I doubt that straight up doubles how many things you get. If it does, she's definitely your new lead hero. You might have a less efficient anti-material charge, but that many rewards, like that many extra loot is just fantastic. So if you ever want to farm and just go quick and easy, she might be worth putting in the lead for a 100% chance to drop additional ingredients, which for those who might not be able to picture this, if you punch a tree, you'll get, there's a bug on my screen. If you punch a tree, you'll get more planks and more twine and more, what else do you get from trees? Adhesive resin, that's good for rockets. And if you punch a car, you'll get more nuts and bolts, more efficient parts, more mechanical parts, depending on your zone. You'll get all of the good stuff. I wonder if you'll get more metal or more brick or more wood. I don't know. She'll be fun to mess around with, so that'll be nice. She is joining us in the quest line on October 16th. October 16th. Get that one in your head, because Dire, Clip, the Ghost Pistol are all coming in October 16th, and then the Spectral Blade is down there. Oh yeah, no, sit back down, it's okay. All right, just we'll get there. Dire's coming back around. Not much to say. He makes you move faster at night. I think it's always night in dungeons and the Storm King. Don't quote me on that. I will correct anything that I mistake in the comments below, and if I miss anything with this update, I'll comment below. I already loaded up the game. There's nothing to check out that I'm aware of. Again, pinned comment if there's anything worth seeing. He is just nice. He also unlocks a team perk, which I don't even know what it does. I genuinely don't know. You get eliminations at night, grant damage and life leech up to... Yeah, I don't know. I'm not well informed on Dire, because my whole thing is he only affects you at night, which is only part of the mission. So I've just never cared. I don't know. If somebody has a great loadout with him and can prove me otherwise that he's worth using, hey, Dire's coming back. Ghost Pistol is everybody's favorite weapon to like, except for me. It fires a really slow projectile that got buffed to do a lot of damage. I will be covering that in a video when it re-releases, I guess. There's a thing on my tooth and I'm thinking at the same time. There's a bad combo, but it's a weapon I'd like to try out. I'd like to give it another shot. I'd like to fire it multiple times, actually, to record it and then make a video out of it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It shoots through walls as well and does a ton of damage. I hear that that's really good against the UFO, but I think the Yeoman and the Xenon Bow kind of do that job better. Regardless, we'll take a look at it. Raven, fantastic for lefty and righty. I don't know what else to say on that. I'll link my dungeon loadout videos down below. He is useful in the carbide build, obviously, lefty and righty. Although, in my testing and Isherwood's testing, the lefty and righty damage doesn't actually affect the bonus damage. Like, it doesn't actually give you any extra damage if you're using carbide in the lead, thus making him useless in dungeons. But that's a bug that shouldn't work that way, so he's still worth getting and holding on to. So, and he gives you the team perk, which is actually increases damage against full health enemies. So they're calling that Hunter's Instinct now. Back in my day, that's called Preemptive Strike. Is that a bug? Because I thought you had Hunter's Instinct up here. Yeah, I think that's a bug. He doesn't give you Hunter's Instinct. He gives you Preemptive Strike. Basically, that means is if you have him maxed out, what's 6.5 times 5? I'm pretty sure that's 32. It's been a minute since I cared about this perk. Yeah, it's about 32% extra damage to full health enemies, which is almost every enemy you shoot at. So it can be nice, but like Blast from the Past and Totally Rocking Out are definitely better for damage. There are other options, but if you missed the Dino event recently and the Rad Heroes who literally just left the game, he could be nice. I think Preemptive Strike is a fantastic early game perk. If you have nothing else, it's what I used to use. It works great. And Bloodfinder AC is a thing. He ups your anti-material charge damage. Not something that's really known for its damage. So there you go. And then the CRAM session is the other thing I was talking about. So we've got some re-release of some weapons and some heroes. Those are cool. This is awesome. This is not new to my knowledge. But basically, starting October 30th, I believe is when that's going on, going until November 20th, which is effectively 3 weeks, you will get bonus, whatever it says here, reperk and perk up and evolution materials, and I don't know about XP. So it's evolution materials. Oh, it does say it right there. XP, evolution materials, reperk, and perk up. All the good stuff. Basically, all the fun stuff that this game can drop. So if you need literally any of that, quests and mini-boss alerts will drop more of that. So, you know, if you look at a CRAM in the last 3 weeks of Ventures Season 2, then that's going to be a good one for you guys. It's going to be a good one for you. ARLENE IZZA's coming back. She is good. I don't personally find much use, but I'm tainted by my opinions because she is a good hero. Don't let me tell you otherwise. She gives you basically a flat melee life leech with every melee. And, yeah, and going constructor. So if that's something you use, that's nice. But basically just the more health you have missing, the more she'll give you. So if you want just some casual passive energy regeneration, I don't know off the top of my head, or without any proper testing, I wouldn't know for sure if she's better than Survivalist. But if you want to not use coconuts with a melee build, then Survivalist and or ARLENE IZZA is a really good way to stay alive. And if you're using Blast from the Past, it's a good way to constantly be topping your health off. It'll constantly be going up. So good hero to have. Good hero to have. I've used her. Spectral Blade, you might have heard of it. It's not that interesting. No, I'm just kidding. That is easily, I think, technically speaking, the best sword in the game. Like, damage-wise, kind of. It's always kind of, isn't it? So, technically, it's about 15% less than the Ravager, DPS-wise, damage per second. But if you have each shot, each hit, each swing, whatever, ups your damage by 1.8%, it technically overshadows the Ravager, and we tested this with triple attack speed and crit damage. That, if you're using Paleo Luna and Whiteout Fiona in the support, that is the optimal loadout. I will link the Spectral Blade in the description below. I pinned a comment, which will essentially send you to the Masamune, where I showed a lot of that math in depth. I'll link the Masamune as well, just to make things easy. But it is technically better than the Ravager by like a good 15% with that stacking damage. But, it's always technically, but you got to remember that the Ravager, the mythic sword there, has its heavy attack, which shoots a ranged projectile. It can crit in the millions, and it can do hundreds of thousands, which easily reclaims its damage loss back. So I think, obviously speaking, the Ravager, Storm King's Ravager, is intended to be the best sword in the game, and it is. But if you're not really one to use that heavy attack, and you have a Curry perk to spend on your Spectral Blade, the Spectral Blade can be better flat out. Now, that's just flat out. The Ravager is also linked to energy. The Spectral Blade can be water, which just instantly gives it 25% extra damage over the Ravager against fighter enemies. I'm sorry if a lot of that went over your head. It's a lot to say, but it's just to say that the Spectral Blade can be the best sword. It's not, but if you perk it right and you use it in fire zones with a water element, it's quite a bit. It's not a bad weapon, you know. Like, I use it alongside the Ravager. I just switch off between the two depending on the element of the enemies I'm fighting. I don't have the stacking crit damage perk on it. I have slowed and snared, which adds no damage. I might consider a core reperk. I'm not even kidding, because this is like my melee weapon. Like, when I consider using a melee weapon, I use this in the Ravager or the stabs worth the third if I'm feeling fun. And then there are no extra hints that I'm aware of, but yeah, the Husk's favorite carving tool is returning. This is it's a good one. It's a really, really good sword. So we have a genuinely good weapon. We have a pretty good weapon and a lot of decent heroes. Plus, Clip is like a legitimately good hero. This is like a meta hero, as we say it. It's going to be one of the core farming heroes in the entire game. Like, you will not have an anti-material charge based farming loadout without her in support anymore. You just can't do it. It's 33% chance to get extra loot. I mean, duh. Like, of course you want to run her. Unless you're not using anti-material charge. If you're using, like, Pathfinder Jess, who I think gives you the bonus pickaxe damage, well, she's going to be useless. But, hey, I mean, that's where the farming loadout video down below will say a lot more than I can now. Even though it's old, just add her in the support and then ignore. Just listen to everything I say in the video, but then add her in the support. That just about wraps that up. If you guys want to join the Discord and ping me about these when they happen, I'd appreciate it, because I don't always see it right away. You know, link below. If you guys want to use code Mista, it's been on the screen, in case you missed it. It's right there. Subscribe and stuff. I'll see you guys Wednesday, because today's Tuesday. I don't want to stream today. Yeah, I'll see you guys later.